I'm sure by now you know that I visit the Walt Disney World parks quite often and have even made it out to the California parks a few times, but I have never been to any of the international parks. That is something I want to do sometime in the future. But that doesn't stop me from always checking out the news on any of those parks. I always like to keep up to date on new things that are happening, no matter what it is Disney-wide. But that especially comes into play whenever I see any new items, especially merchandise or even food items at the Tokyo Disney resorts. Every time I see something there, it always just blows me away. I distinctly remember seeing this hand soap dispenser that would dollop soap in the shape of a Mickey head on your hand. It was so simple, but something I just never seen before. Not to mention some of the food items like these cute mochi ice cream designs that look like the little green men from Toy Story. Or how about this Baymax curry dish? I mean, that is incredible. Of course, they have more standard souvenirs like clothing, pins, and yes, even elongated coins. A few months ago, I was perusing TikTok when I came across this video of a new Souvenir Medallion booklet. Now, at first glance, it just looked like any other standard storage booklet for our coins, but then a little later in the video, they showed some close-ups, and I could see that they actually had very specific coin designs that they intended for you to collect and then store in the book, which I thought was such a cool idea. Definitely more unique than any of the standard books that we have here in the US parks. So of course, I knew I had to have it and I wanted to try and get all the coins for it. But I had no immediate plans to travel to Japan, so what was I to do? Well, first, as I usually do, I headed over to eBay to try and see if I could find any on there, and there were a few, but the prices were crazy, way too wild, way out there, so I wasn't going to spend that kind of money. So my next option was I headed over to Facebook and reached out to a friend. Her name is Betty, who lives in Japan, and she graciously offered on one of her upcoming trips to the parks to try and get one of the booklets and then all the coins that go along with it. So right now, why don't we take a little tour of the Tokyo Disney parks. We'll take a closer look at the coins in this set, and of course, most importantly, we'll take a closer look at this new Souvenir Medallion booklet. One side of the book has a raised three-dimensional map of the Tokyo Disneyland Park with the iconic attractions shown. The reverse side has a similar style map, but this time of the Tokyo Disney Seas, their second theme park. As we open this and first head to the center pages, we see those same maps again. On the left is Tokyo Disney Sea with the 8 elongated coin designs around the perimeter, one each for the different sections like Port Discovery, Fantasy Springs, and Mermaid Lagoon. The right side is for Tokyo Disneyland, surrounded by 7 coin designs for some recognizable lands like Fantasyland, Toontown, and Tomorrowland. Flipping one page towards the back gives us some additional storage sleeves that can accommodate up to 30 coins for your collection. Towards the front, there's a pocket with a sheet of labels that can be used on those additional coins we just looked at towards the back of the book. On this page, we have a combined map of both parks and one additional storage sleeve for one more coin that I'm sure you would save for your absolute favorite design. Betty picked this one out for me, and I think she made a fantastic choice. Now the big question is, do I think something like this would ever come to the US parks? Unfortunately, I don't think so. I really wish they would. I think it's a great idea. And even someone like me who already has all the elongated coins from Walt Disney World, if they did come out with it, I would probably still go and buy the booklet and then press a whole additional set of coins just to fill it up and then keep it as an additional souvenir for my collection. But also think of anyone that's visiting the parks, whether it's kids or just families together, it would give them an additional activity to do while they're visiting, like a treasure hunt. They could pick ones, maybe there's different versions for different areas of the park or different themes like Snow White or Zootopia or whatever the case may be. Gives them something to track down and try to complete during their trip. I think it would be such a fun activity for families to do together. But the other issue is that, especially at Walt Disney World, the machines are actually maintained and kind of owned by, not Disney, by a third party, and then Disney themselves handle a lot of their merchandising. So I'm not sure if they'd ever be able to coordinate between the two to come up with a booklet that also represents the existing coins that are available in the parks. Seems like there'd probably be a lot of back and forth needed to make sure that all the coins that are supposed to be in the booklets are actually available in the park. So just another thing that I think, another obstacle that probably would prevent something like this from ever showing up at the parks. But you never know. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, maybe we will see something like this in the future. Now, before we go, I do want to give another huge thank you to Betty for being so gracious with her time and being able to help get the booklet and then tracking down all the different coins. She did such a wonderful job. I really do appreciate it. And she also supplied a lot of the video and the pictures of the machines that we used in this video. So this video would not have happened without all of her work and all the time she put in to help me with it. So thank you again, Betty, for everything you've done. As always, enjoy the rest of your week and be sure to keep on pressing.